Are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical is going on, folks, with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Matter of fact, get a cup of coffee. And yesterday was National Coffee Day. Oh, I didn't get a chance to really share that with you guys. I did last night on our live broadcast. But wow. But something biblical is definitely going on. Jesus is coming. The question is, are you ready? You say, Paul, you say that all the time. There's signs of the coming. All right, let's read the scripture and let me show you what's going on. Are you ready for Typhoon Wutip? Well, hang on a minute. Here's what the Bible said would be going on in the last days when Jesus was asked, can you tell us the signs of thy coming and the end of the world? In Matthew 24 and in Mark 13 and in Luke 21, he began to break it down for us. Now, one of the things he said was that in verse 25, Luke 21:25, he said, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. Well, look what's been going on. Yesterday, a massive solar eruption took place last night on the sun. Also, we're getting ready to enter into a 4 blood moon cycle during the year 2014 and 15 with a 2 solar and lunar eclipse that will be in the middle of there. And while all that's going on, look at the bombing this morning. 54 people killed in Iraq. Yesterday, 42 more killed in bombings in Iraq. 40 people killed in bombings in Pakistan. 50 people shot and murdered by Muslim militants of Boko Haram in Nigeria. I mean, it's going on around the world. And then go ahead while that's all happening. Throw in another 6.5 earthquake in New Zealand this morning and a typhoon. What? Another typhoon. This time, Typhoon Wutip. Typhoon Wutip headed for Vietnam. Get this. I want to thank Sheila of Alabama for this report. I want to thank Nick of New York, Stephen of Oklahoma, and others. More than 8,000 villagers in Quang Tri Province coastal areas have moved to safe ground as central regions prepare for flooding. Tens of thousands of people in high-risk areas in central Vietnam are being evacuated before the typhoon strikes. Vietnamese officials are saying local weather forecasts predict that Typhoon Wutip was sustained winds of 93 miles an hour will hit central Vietnam later today, Monday, September the 30th, 2013. Vietnamese disaster official Lee Tri Cong said more than 8,000 villages, folks, and they got these little mud huts and little shanty roofs. I mean, they don't need this. They really don't need this. But they're preparing right now. They started evacuating 35,000 people trying to get out of the area. They look like they're going to be facing severe winds, serious flooding, landslides, and flash floods. Definitely are in the forecast. This could affect more than 140,000 people as it's in the path of this typhoon. But it's already, just 58 minutes ago, we're getting reports from BBC News out of China. At least 70 people are reported missing after Typhoon Wutip caused 3 fishing boats to sink in the South China Sea, according to Chinese state-run media. 5 boats were carrying about 150 passengers or people encountering strong winds from Typhoon Wutip on Sunday. And the news agency of China was citing and that there was issues in possibly trying to rescue. A rescue operation was then put underway. Reports say 14 people have been found. The storm is expected to make landfall in central Vietnam, as I just reported, later today on this September 30th, 2013, as many thousands of people are being evacuated in the path of Vietnam. The boats ran into strong winds and sank in the South China Sea. So there's conflicting here. We got 70 people missing. There was about 150 in all. 14 have been found. Where's the rest of them? This is not good. This is not good. So would you please be praying for these people that are in the ocean? Some may still get rescued. Please pray for them. Please pray for the families of these victims all over the world of different crimes and situations and disasters that are taking place. And also be praying for the people of Vietnam, because this typhoon is ugly. It's wicked, and it's headed right for them as well. So the Bible said that there would be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And what about the Comet ISON? What? Do you know how many meteorites over the weekend were crashing? Huge explosions of meteorites over Atlanta, Georgia. There were 48 meteorite sightings right here where I'm at in Indiana. What? And there was even a meteorite explosion that came, and parts of the meteorite broke off, hit a house in Ohio, killing 2 elderly people, burning the house down and killing them. There was meteorite spottings and reports all across the Midwest. And Comet ISON, and folks, I'm going to tell you something. Comet ISON's on its way. It's just now coming around the backside of Mars. But it's bringing a ton of debris and a ton of concern. I believe people are very concerned of what's going on. Matter of fact, Brian Williams of NBC News, back in January, tried to warn people. I think NBC News was actually trying to send a subliminal message. I really do. And I want to let me play that for you. What Brian Williams had to say. It's very disturbing, really. Here. And listen, is he saying we should start stocking up? Was this a nice way of saying start stocking up on food and beverages because something big is coming? Listen to this, Brian Williams.
We'll remind you as the date gets closer so you can stock up on snacks and beverages, but a comet is coming, a big and brilliant comet arriving in November 2013. It could potentially be 15 times brighter than the moon and visible in broad daylight over the U.S. We will be your Comet network, and we'll keep you updated.
He talks about stock up on your snacks and beverages. This thing is coming. It's going to be potentially 15 times brighter than the moon. We will be your Comet network. It's coming in late November of 2013. Need to get yourself prepared. I mean, that's what it sounded like Brian Williams of NBC News was really trying to say. So, go back to the Bible. Listen to this. Listen to this. There shall be signs in the sun, the moon, and in the stars. Distress of nation upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
We'll remind you as the date gets closer so you can stock up on snacks and beverages, but a comet is coming, a big and brilliant comet arriving in November 2013. It could potentially be 15 times brighter than the moon and visible in broad daylight over the U.S. We will be your Comet network, and we'll keep you updated.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Don't miss today's show. We're going to cover all of these typhoons, earthquakes in New Zealand, car bombings in Iraq and Pakistan, murdering of Christians in Nigeria, so many issues. Typhoon Wutip that has just sunk 3 ships in China, headed toward Vietnam. All of these issues. I'll be right back. please stay with me on YouTube as well.